What are these? So withered and so wild in their attire.
Bringing Shakespeare's work to life comes with many challenges and opportunities. In putting together their latest production of Macbeth, the Nashville Shakespeare Festival has embraced both the joy and the responsibility of staging one of the Bard's most famous works.
I think the unfortunate misperception is that a contemporary audience is not going to be able to relate to Shakespeare. These are plays not meant to be taught in an English class. They work on their feet. They work for an audience. They're written for an audience. Shakespeare was a playwright trying to make a living. If his audience was bored, he didn't have a living. So these plays are jam-packed with things that he knew would sell tickets, but also this amazing, beautiful poetry and human stories, and it demands the best of everyone involved, the actors, the directors, the designers. Everyone has to bring their A game to do a Shakespeare. And so I think an audience seeing that can appreciate that.
Thou so fond of thy young son.
I think what's going to make this production interesting is the incorporation of the Nashville Ballet. It's given us kind of license to heighten everything. So the movement is stylized, the fighting is stylized, just people walking in and out of scenes is somewhat stylized. And I think the play demands that element of kind of kinetic and dynamic storytelling through movement, because it's a play about witches and madness and murder and all these other things. It's a little bit bigger than kind of our day-to-day kitchen sink realism, and it requires a certain theatrical flourish. I want an audience to go out of this theater blinking and shell-shocked, I want it to be an immersive experience, that they get totally engrossed in this world, which has its own laws of physics, which has its own sense of what's magic, which is, in every scene, has its own kind of language, really, not just Shakespeare's language, but the vocabulary that we're using physically and visually. And I think that's what good theater does, is it attempts to transport the audience, to take them someplace that they didn't start when they walked into the theater, and then return them to the world afterwards. But in those 2 hours, to really give them something extraordinary that they can't get on TV.
Then live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee?
For more information, visit us online at wnpt.org/arts.
This NPT Arts Break is made possible by the generous support of the Ingram Charitable Fund.